Hey, dear YouTube family, who welcome yet again to your own YouTube channel, Elevate English, a one-stop destination for learning the English language. I've written a word on the board. It's transliterate. Have you ever come across this word before, friends? Well, if you have, who does it represent? These are two words clubbed into one. You know the meaning of the word literate, isn't it? A person who's able to read, write and decipher any language is a literate. Who's a transliterate then? India is a land of diversity and we have our regional dialects and languages. But we must realize that our languages have different sources than the English language. Can we get away with learning and using English by merely translating words and phrases from our respective mother tongues? Can we just do an experiment and see if this is the method to learn English? Before that, every language for that matter, friends, has a structure or a syntax. I call it the skeleton. The skeleton for framing fundamental English sentences is this: subject, which is the doer of the action, plus verb, which is the action itself, and an object essentially to end the structure. Object, nothing else but recipient of the action that's been done by the subject, the doer. We'll take a simple example to elucidate. Before that, let me tell you this. The subjects mostly begin the sentences, and in English, nouns and pronouns are mostly used as subjects. In this particular example, I'm going to use a pronoun which is very commonly used, but please don't write this pronoun as this. This is more than an error. The pronoun I is always written in caps, regardless of wherever you place it in a sentence. So I, give me a verb, friends. Any activity that you think of. Well, I have a novel here, so I'm going to use the verb as read. So I read, and the object is novels. I've pluralized it, although I have only one novel here. If I do not place the full stop, my sentence is incomplete. So please remember to put the period there, because punctuations are very important in completing English sentences. Now, how can an Indian language be different? Let's close our eyes. Let's try converting this particular sentence in our respective mother tongues. You can always come to the comment section and convert this sentence into your mother tongue and write what it will actually be in Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Kashmiri, Punjabi, Bengali, Marathi, Oriya, and so on. But for now, I'm going to use Hindi as a reference here, merely because Hindi is quite commonly used for communication in India. The moment I convert this particular sentence in Hindi, the I will become may or hum. So the subject is still right at the beginning, even in Hindi. Now comes the catch. Do we say मैं पढ़ता Hindi, or do we say मैं पढ़ता novel? Do we say that? We don't, right? What do we say? We say मैं novel पढ़ता हूँ. So what are we doing, friends? In every Indian language, we push the verb at the brink, which is at the end, and the structure of the sentence in Indian languages becomes this. It's subject followed by the object, and then comes the verb at the end. So do you see the difference? For English language, it's the subject at the beginning, followed by the verb and then the object. But for any Indian language, the subject is there at the beginning, followed by the object, and then comes the verb at the fag end. So our experiment is successful, and we have learned that translating won't help. So to learn the English language, we must resort to authentic and genuine sources of knowledge dissemination. I always recommend these few sources to my students and trainees. I'll also share this with you here in this video. Please listen to podcasts in English, watch relevant content on YouTube, binge watching on Netflix and Prime can help a lot, provided you switch off the subtitles while watching the content. Reading has got no parallel. We must inculcate the reading habit. The genre can be your own taste. Having said that, if you're really interested in listening to music, why not tune in to your favorite band and then just listen to their music in English? I have never suggested or recommended learning words or phrases from the dictionary because I feel it's so mundane that it can bring death to you before time. So guys, that's the meaning of transliterate. Let's not be transliterates. Let's learn English the way it's supposed to be learned as a language. Thank you. Please do subscribe.